I'm gonna ask full-time wholesalers how much money they really make.
I own a real estate investment company that does 300 deals a year.
Deals total, I would say I'm close to 1,000.
We did 50, just under 60 assignments.
Okay, and what would be the average profit for?
Okay.
You know, I grow 7 figures, so I net.
On our P&L, we show a net operating income of
the end of the year, like maybe I'm making like
Usually it's probably somewhere around.
And wholesale assignments, we did like.
Are these people making so much more money than me? I don't know, but I want to find out. Alex Shaw. Now, I saw Alex Shaw on a YouTube video.
Which is about 10 months. He has closed $273,000 in wholesale fees and assignments. This is absolutely incredible.
He made hundreds of thousands of dollars in his first year wholesaling real estate, and that's crazy to me. What's up? What am I missing? So I tracked him down and I asked him, do you know, do you have like off the top of your head what you grossed that year in total in your real estate business?
even though like I had a multi 6-figure business, like, and this is the thing I hate about wholesaling. And I mean, I would probably say like my business made around 50,000.
And then you have your payroll on top of that.
Yeah, and I
right?
make $40,000 a year. Yeah.
So, okay,
then-
so really it's 90, roughly what you, like,
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
tax return would probably say roughly, assuming you're not doing a bunch of other things, like 90,000 from your wholesaling business,
Yeah,
50 net,
I mean-
and then your salary.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
So he's making a 30% profit margin in his business. Profit margin is the percent of your gross revenue that you actually get to take home after all the expenses in your business. So if you make $300,000 and only take home $90,000, that's a 30% profit margin. Turns out he's only taking home a third what was advertised in the video. The video was over 30 minutes long, and not once were expenses or his actual take-home profit ever talked about. Is it true that all these other videos, in reality, people are actually only taking home a third of what they're saying?
I think that the real estate wholesale industry is kind of ran by a bunch of gurus who want broke ass, like people who are really going through it. Excuse me, you know, it's not like or anything, but you know what I mean? Like they want the bottom of the barrel people to think that they're just going to pick up the phone and magically get a deal.
My thing is like, I just hate these people that make it sound so easy, you know?
It took me 8 months, man. 8 months, bro. 8 months. 2011, bro. Started in January consistently. Did my first deal in November, man. Made $2,000, bro.
I spent 8 long months trying to find my first deal. I was working a full-time job, coming home nights and weekends. I put my newborn son to bed at like, I'd spend from 6 to 8 with him. And then from 8 to 11, I'd work. I'd pound weed by house designs. I'd hand address hundreds of envelopes. I'd do door hangers. I mean, I did everything.
Probably my whole life, I've had the most anxiety since I started wholesaling. It's just because deals go south. You're not making enough money. Like there's been times where I can't make payroll, you know, like my bank account's been negative before.
So I had to ask all these other full-time wholesalers, what are their profit margins?
You know, probably somewhere around 35% net profit.
So if you go look at my P&L though, we're sitting at like a 30% profit margin.
It's like almost, it's like 40 something percent.
For me, wholesaling, we're running off of like 50% profit margin.
Okay. If it's true that only 30 to 50% of all the revenue you're making actually goes in your pocket, where's all the rest of the money going?
The wholesaling business has, I mean, dude, I've got like 1,000 plus transactions. There's a lot going on in the wholesale. That wholesale credit card is like burning up. I have a lot of overhead on marketing. I've got to make sure everybody gets paid.
We have 2 acquisition manager and 3 VAs right now.
Okay, and the VAs are doing marketing, database, managing your emails, things like that?
Not emails though, but yeah, they're doing they're doing like the grunt work. Grunt work meaning the cold calls, building out the list, skip tracing lists, etc.
So okay.
So I mean, I pay myself a payroll, and then I'm spending, you know, maybe 150 in marketing, and then you know, I have payroll, I have to pay, you know, contractors and stuff.
So we thought we needed to make $100,000, but no, we actually need to make between $200,000 and $300,000 to take home $100,000. How much are these successful guys actually putting in their pocket as net income?
When I got into like the real estate vehicle, it could have been anything. I'm gonna be honest, it probably could have been anything, but I was just ready to focus and go all in and stick with the boring work, you know, and just do the mundane. That's when it really started.
Gotcha. Okay, so roughly grossing around the same 3 milli, roughly, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 40% profit margin, that's $1.2 million.
On our P&L, we show a net operating income of $300,000 this last year.
All right, so I have a 7-figure net worth from making some smart purchases along the years. You know, I grow 7 figures, so I net 6 figures, high 6 figures.
But I still think that the positives outweigh the negatives. Like, I would still rather be having money anxiety, but wholesaling and having like schedule freedom, you know, going to the gym whenever I want, waking up whenever I want, going to bed whenever I want.
We've gotten the company to the point where it only takes about an hour of my time a week. And all that is really me showing up to a meeting. And we did about 300 flips and wholesales last year. And I spend all of my time now on Brad Chandler Coaching. And that is a company that helps people find freedom and happiness through kind of reversing childhood programming that most of us don't even know that we live with.
But again, net profit and take home are 2 different numbers in my ballpark. Usually it's probably somewhere around 200,000, give or take. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have about $3 million worth of equity. And anytime I need more money, I can just go sell a house. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you know, by taking home, which is still a healthy amount of money, 200,000 by all means, but that means I got to pay more taxes. So if I increase that to 300,000 or 400,000 or 500,000, that's got to give the government more money. If I need money, I'll get it in real time.
That's great. That's like advanced money strategy there. That's I got to start doing
Taxes
that.
are our biggest expense in life, Tim, like it or not.
Yeah, I have a lot to learn.